Morning, boys. Morning, Jimmy.
Hi, Jake.
Hey, did you guys catch South Park last night?
God damn it, I missed it.
Hysterical.
There was so much love the boys had for Isaac Hayes, and it was such a shame that they had to bring him out back like Old Yeller and put a bullet in his head.
It was one of the funniest South Parks ever, and when you know the backstory, why they were doing it, it's even funnier. And the very subtle about Scientology in that one. They called it the Secret Adventure Club. Super Adventure Club, yeah, Super Adventure Club. And all they do is go around the world having sex with young children.
Wow.
Oh, dude, they turned a chef into a pedophile by using old sounds from the past 10 years. They just clipped together sentences that he's saying of how he wants to stick his scrotum or stick his balls up Kyle's asshole and have sex with young children. And then at the end, they just kill them off.
And they got away with this on Comedy Central?
Horrific way, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Of course they did.
Wow.
Well, at the end, he ended up like Darth Chef, so there is kind of
there can be a return. Because they killed him off where first he's set on fire, then he falls off a cliff, hits a stake at the bottom, it goes right through him. Then then a lion comes out and starts eating him, so somebody tries to shoot the lion and accidentally shoots Chef twice. Then a grizzly bear comes out and rips his legs off, and the lion rips his face right off his skull. And he's just laying there with no limbs and no face, bleeding to death. And then he craps himself.
That's great.
And then the Scientology people go, he would have made a great child molester. It's a shame. He would have made a great child molester.
Oh, they messed him up, huh?
Oh, it was great.
Well, we got some audio from South Park. Chef returns.
And the way they pieced the audio together was so funny because it's so obvious it's played. And you know they could have pieced it together where it would have been flawless, but they did it on purpose. Where they, hello, children!
All right, thank you, Jake.
All right, boys, thanks.
Cool, yeah, so we got some audio from South Park. Chef's return. Well, they killed him off last night because of the controversy. Now they're saying in the paper that Chef or Isaac Hayes didn't want to quit.
Didn't he say? Of course he didn't want to. He was forced to.
But now they're saying that he had a stroke or something.
Stop.
And that it was some other guy from the Scientology thing there that sent out the press release.
I'll release the statement for him.
Where the heck is that?
But we were just talking to him.
Is this it, a happy RX for depression?
What?
No. Here it is right here. Page,
Stop.
22. No, page 22.
I'm not going to page
32.
22.
I'm sorry, 32.
I'm not going to 32. I don't believe you. Is it really 32?
Hepburn Galda Sue. I have no idea.
Where the hell is it? Actually, I think it's in the Post.
Eric, why don't you help find something before you get your fingers broken?
All right, here it is. Chef needs a job. Isaac Hayes may not have quit South Park at all, or at least not willingly. Turns out Hayes has been away from Comedy Central's hit show for the past 3 months because he had a stroke. According to Fox News...
3 months? Wait, when did we have him on?
Time goes by in a weird way when you do this radio show. Tell us we think Isaac was on a week ago.
How long ago? It was over 3 months?
Maybe. Maybe we can find that out.
I don't think so. Iraq.
According to FoxNews.com, he's at home recuperating and did not issue the press release, which said he was quitting because the show made fun of his faith. That release was put out by fellow Scientologist Christina Kumi Kimball, a fashion executive for designer Craig Taylor. According to FoxNews.com, Hayes loves South Park and needs it for income. He has a new wife and a baby on the way.
End of December?
End of December he was on our show?
Wow, maybe right after that he had a stroke.
So there's still controversy over the whole Chef thing, because we do have the clip where he basically says he had no problem with the Scientology
Wouldn't
episode.
you think Matt and Trey and the people at South Park would have known if that was the reason and would have actually maybe spoken to him or looked into it? You know, you get a character that's been on since the beginning that wants to leave. I think you wouldn't just take... That's like somebody calling you up and saying, Opie, Anthony, he doesn't want to do the show anymore. He fell into this religion thing. And you're going, okay, hey, fuck Anthony, he's gone.
All right, let's kill him off.
And
let's find sound clips of him.
And me calling and going, hey, Hope, what happened? Well, some lady called and said you quit. Like, wouldn't you look into it a little more? Maybe give me a call?
I guess you're right. I guess.
How great would it be though if that's the truth, and then he comes out and just lambasts fucking Scientology with that woman at least?
Yeah, that would be good. Never seen anybody lambast Scientology though.
Well,
from good lawyers
from South Park last night, we got some quick clips of Chef. It's worth listening to today. Listen to this.
Well, come on, everybody. I'm sure Chef would like a little time to get moved back in.
That's right. Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Later. Great to have you back.
Bye-bye. See you later, Chef. Bye.
Well, I guess we'll see you in school tomorrow, Chef.
You bet. Goodbye. Children.
I think the worst collection of clips.
All right. Yeah, because they couldn't get Isaac Hayes to do his part for this episode.
Hello there, children.
Hey, Chef.
How's it going?
Good.
Well, how about I meet you boys after work and we can make love?
Excuse me?
Come on, children. You're my sexual fantasy. Let's all make sweet love.
Chef? Are you okay?
I want to stick my balls inside your rectum, Kyle.
Dude, what are you saying?
I'm going to make love to your asshole, children.
Oh, my God. How the hell did they get away with that?
That's great.
Oh, God. I love the fact South Park did it, and it makes me hate Comedy Central even more.
Oh, right. Because only a cartoon can get away with that kind of language.
How do they get away with that?
On Comedy Central.
Pedophile humor on Comedy Central.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
and they should let them get away with that. That's exactly, that is fantastic that they let them do that.
Wow.
I love that. They must have been roaring laughing making this. You know, when you have somebody you want to turn the screws on and you have the opportunity to do it like that, turn his character into a kid toucher, they go right for the jugular, man.
I love those guys, Matt and Trey.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck. I love it. I love it. Here's more audio from last night's episode.
Hello there, children.
Chef, the police are asking questions about you.
Oh, really? Well, let's all go home and make love.
No, Chef, we don't want to make love to you.
Kitty, how would you like to sodomize my black ass?
Chef, you need to get out of here before you get arrested, all right?
I specializes in your asshole, Kyle.
Oh, my God. That's unbelievable. We have a clip here. The Super Adventure Club describes their mission.
Right.
So this is instead of saying Scientology.
Yeah, instead of Scientology, it was a Super Adventure Club. And strangely enough, it was an adventurers club. It was the Adventurers Club from Disney, which is kind of like what I want to turn my office into. I saw it last night, and now they ruined the whole idea for me.
Why? That should have made it better.
It was really good because they actually had some of the stuff that is in the Adventurers Club at Disney animated in the background. The statues and various artifacts that are in there.
Yeah.
So apparently they'd been there a few times.
Hi. Our friend joined your club a while back, and now he wants to molest kids.
What? Well, yes, of course. That's what the Super Adventure Club does.
Huh?
We travel the world and have sex with children.
Yes, what else would we do?
Well, we thought you went exploring and, like, hunting and stuff.
No, that's the Adventure Club. We're the Super Adventure Club. Next week, we will be heading to the outer banks of the Amazon, where we will make camp and have sex with children of the Ugani tribe. Then it's off to the mighty Himalayas, where we will climb K2 and molest several Tibetan children on the east summit.
Dude!
I know, but it gets even better. From there, we will kayak to the fruitful banks of the Mili River in Africa, where the secret and mysterious Hanini people have children who have never seen a white man's erect penis. Of course, we're always looking for kids to have sex with on the plane rides over to these places. So how would you all like to join the Super Adventure Club?
Are you kidding me?
Fantastic.
And you can't say fart on regular radio anymore?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
This country stinks.
Yep.
This is such a great
And they get away with it because
technically
it's a cable channel, right?
Yeah.
No, they're always allowed to do it. Yeah, it's just that most of them are politically correct cowards. But yeah, they're allowed to.
But this is how. Well, maybe I shouldn't get into this because we're taking advantage of the loopholes.
Not regulated.
It's just silly to me because if this same episode was, let's say, on NBC, CBS, or something,
never.
Holy crap, all hell would break loose.
Cry.
But on your same TV, I don't give a shit, but just about all of America has cable now. You go a little further up the dial to, quote, a cable channel, and then it's okay?
Technically, you don't have to have cable. You can buy a TV and it won't have cable. I guess that's their argument.
I know, but
You
it's
have to have
just so
regular.
ridiculous. The rules they set.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
I love that they just took a half hour of their programming and turned it into a personal vendetta against Scientology.
And you know what? Don't get me wrong. This shit, like Jimmy said, should be on TV.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But all that hell that broke loose because of Janet Jackson's boob for a quarter of a second or what have you.
Yep.
This aired last night, and...
Yeah, for some reason, South Park really gets away with... Because even cable channels take heat for content, They get complaints and everything, but South Park, for some reason, they've just left alone.
I wouldn't mind it as much if I didn't have a 25-year-old fucking college graduate standards and practices person telling me that you can't make domestic violence jokes.
Yeah. What happened?
Oh, when I was doing
the famous story on your CD.
No. This is we had to do on an Act 4 for Tough Crowd one time. We had to do and people have to understand that when Comedy Central and all these networks, most Act 4s were done into camera, so that had to be run by practices and standards. You have to submit that just to make sure you weren't doing product trashing or things that they were tied into. And one of the ones we did, I forget what it was about. It was about make your own movie or some shit like that. So I wrote, it was a 30-second blurb about a cop buddy movie between Muhammad and Jesus as two cop buddies, like Lethal Weapon. And one of the lines had something to do with domestic violence and how they get called to a call and Muhammad would arrest the husband for not beating his wife properly, blah, blah, blah. And then they said you can't do that because it's domestic violence. You can't talk about domestic violence. And I'm like, but it's about anti-domestic violence, about how Islam treats women.
Right.
And they're like, wow, and I had to go over, of course, the 25-year-old pukey college girl standard and practices head to somebody higher than her who finally approved it. We really had to fight for that one.
Yeah, it's like, don't you get it? It's not about domestic violence. It's not about beating. It's about the fact that the Muslim religion, that was the joke.
Of course,
that they're beating their women, and the comedy there is the fact that he's being arrested for not beating his woman.
But do you understand how like you get caught in a moment like this, where I love the fact that Matt and Trey do this. This is exactly what you should do, and then you remember your own experiences, and you want to just grab somebody and bite their fucking nose off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like bittersweet. It's like I'm happy for them to do this, but
stuff like that doesn't ruin comedy,
Oh, dude, it's like Jesus. You're a comedy network. Do you have to?
Right.
You should give everyone this kind of content freedom.
Yep.
Not just black performers and cartoons.
Comedy.
Why?
Comedy goes to some dark places, and these people don't understand that. They just want happy comedy,
and they think it's just going to be crude dick joke and stuff. This was done very creatively and very clever and really funny. The veiled Scientology explanation and everything is just great.
This is what comedy to me is supposed to be. Even though I'm not a South Park fan, when you're striking back, and they did it much better than I would have done it out of anger and just been an asshole and not been as fun. This is just, what a great slice to the throat this is.
Oh, yeah.
And no one can do anything about it. You got to sit there and take it. Even they're talking about you and you know it, but there's nothing you can do about it.
It's like, we hate this organization. What's the worst way we can portray them? As pedophiles.
No kidding.
Hysterical.
Well, here's
they go right for the kid toucher.
Here's the history of the Super Adventure Club.
I'm now going to tell you the secret of the Super Adventure Club.
We don't want to hear it.
You see, the Super Adventure Club was founded by the greatest explorer of all time, William P. Phineas. Phineas climbed the highest peaks, tamed the mightiest rivers. But every time he got somewhere, he realized that other explorers had beat him to it. Phineas was depressed until he realized that if he couldn't be the first to discover places, he could be the first to have sex with the native children that inhabited those areas. Phineas quickly went down in history books as the first man to have sex with the Aborigine children at Uluru, and the first explorer to bugger all the underage mountain folk of Nepal. But now the most wonderful part. You see, after having sex with all those children, Phineas realized that molesting all those kids had made him immortal.
Immortal.
He discovered that children have things called marlocks in their bodies. And when an adult has sex with a child, the marlocks implode, feeding the adult's receptor cavity with energy that causes immortality, so saith the ruler of Bethos. Phineas traveled the world, loving many, many children, and he lived for eternity until he was hit by a train in 1892.
Do you realize how retarded that sounds?
Is it any more retarded than the idea of God sending his son to die for our sins? Is it any more retarded than Buddha sitting beneath a tree for 20 years?
Yeah, it's way, way more retarded.
Wow.
And during that explanation, they put the graphic at the bottom that said, what did it say?
The Super Adventure Club actually believe
Adventure
this.
Club actually believe this. It's the same graphic they put at the bottom when they said Scientologists actually believe this when they explained Scientology in the famous Scientology episode.
Right.
So anyone that was remotely familiar with the situation got the joke.
And finally, we just got 2 more quick clips. This is where they kill Chef, I guess.
Yeah, just the most horrible cartoon death scene I've ever seen in my life.
Come on, children. Let's all go home and make love.
You need to see a psychiatrist, Chef. It's for your own good.
I'd just like to make love up your butt.
Hello, I'm Dr. Neeland. What can I do for you today?
Hi, our friend has been brainwashed by some fruity little club.
Doctor, do you have children?
Why, yes, I have 2 young boys.
Have you all been sodomizing your children, too?
You say he's never been like this before.
No, Chef has always been super cool.
I'm going to make love to the children.
He's pretty brainwashed, all right. Worst case I've ever seen.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah, that's when they took him to the shrink.
Oh, okay.
Trying to fix him up.
That's actually another clip that wasn't labeled here. All right, this is where they kill Chef, I believe.
Oh, my God. They killed Chef. You bastards! You bastards!
Pity. He would have made an excellent child molester.
Maybe he's still okay. No, really. They say the last thing you do before you die is crap your... Oh, never mind.
His dismembered body just flung out some crap right out of his ass. That was great.
And then finally, Darth Chef rises.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chef, can you hear me? Say something.
Hello there, children. How would you like some Salisbury steak?
Yes, go on.
And for dessert, how would you children like to suck on my chocolate salty balls?
Oh, you mean like a chocolate candy?
No, I mean my balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they're going to bring him back as something?
I would assume that Darth Chef will be making appearances on the show.
From time to time.
Yeah. That was a perfect fuck you to Chef, Scientology. Wow. And
bravo to
very funny.
Matt and Trey.
I'll bet you that they had something even closer, and I bet you they had to change it. I'll bet you the lawyers came and said, you can't call the founder that. It's too close.
Right, it's too close, and the Super Adventure Club is nothing near Scientology. Like, they probably did have, how close can we get?
Yeah.
All right, it could start with an S. That's pretty much it, where it ends.
Greg in D.C., what's up?
Yeah, there was a line towards the end when Kyle does his wrap-up where he actually said, don't blame Chef for what he was doing, blame the group.
Yeah.
So it was a nice way for them to say, we still like Isaac Hayes. He's not a dick. It's the group that he's a part of that's a bunch of
brainwashed him.
Yeah, or I guess little cocksuckers, but
right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Isaac Hayes didn't seem like... I mean, I guess anybody can get caught up in something, but Isaac Hayes didn't seem like the type of guy. He's like a fucking man's man, dude. He doesn't seem like he's...
We're going to play it again. I mean, we got gold here, and they're starting to play it on TV. Keith Olbermann played it the other night and gave us credit. You know, this was Isaac Hayes on our show. He didn't care about the episode. It's obvious. So now, you know, there's more to this story. I wonder if it'll ever come out.
Hey, my question's for Isaac Hayes.
Yo.
Hey, what did you think? You're a Scientologist, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what did you think about when Matt and Trey did that episode on South Park about Scientology?
Well,
with Cruz in the closet.
Well,
yeah, that was a great episode.
One thing
ran it, I think last week too.
Yeah, one thing about Matt and Trey, they lampoon everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And if you take that shit serious, then I'll sell you the Brooklyn Bridge for $2.
Yeah. You got to realize what they're doing.
Yeah, that's what they do.
See? Something went on, I'm telling you.
He was a fun interview, too, man. Talking about chicks, and he didn't care.
How many kids
he had? Yeah. What did you get up to, like 11 or 12?
Oh, I think he started admitting all the kids he had. I don't remember the number anymore, but it was way up there. The guy was carefree. He could care less about anything. He just enjoys life and banging, obviously. And yeah, he loved doing South Park. Absolutely loved it. Reno, Mississippi, what's up?
Nothing much. How you guys doing? And hello, Caddy Daddy.
Hi, fella. Want a tango?
Yes. Anyway, no, I work in Memphis, and it was about 2 weeks after your show. They came on, and of course, the local news did the whole thing where Isaac Hayes had a stroke. And the only thing I think is, with a huge contract like that at the Comedy Central, don't you think he knew just a little bit about that? Not just hearsay, somebody talking for him.
Well, you don't know how sick he is. I mean, when Luther Vandross had his stroke, he wasn't speaking at all for himself. You know what I mean? He had people talking for. I don't know how. I hope Isaac Hayes isn't that bad, but you might be a little bit out of it, dude. You might be a little disconnected.
No, from what I've seen a little bit of local news. I mean, he's doing all right. Okay. They said that it was like a mild stroke or whatever.
Let me just explain to you what happened, though. I just, like an ass, speculated on a situation that I have no knowledge of. I swear.
You have
got
mic
the mic in front of you. You're an expert.
When you have a microphone in front of you, you needn't have facts.
But I didn't even know Isaac Hayes had a stroke until 9 minutes ago, and now all of a sudden I'm going, well, maybe his medication, maybe the dose.
Diagnosing his.
I am an idiot.
No, you're not. You got a mic in front of you.
I know.
No,
the biggest challenge was getting a mic in front of you. And now that you do, you're an expert on everything.
Expert.
It's just how it works.
Good point, Good point.
These people are believing this shit out there.
All right.
Right.
Listen, you guys are awesome. I mean, I listened to you on the replay and everything, and I got to tell Jimmy this right here that sticks in my head.
What?
The butterscotch pudding thing I heard on the replay was just awful. It stuck in my head, and I told everybody at work and everything.
Good boy.
It's wrong. And I probably got a little on my nose right now.
It's a true story, sir.
All right, Reno.
I only share what the truth is.
Thank you,
guys.
sir.
Godspeed.
Thank you, sir. All right, moving on. I didn't see South Park last night because I had to check out American Idol.